Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When last we were left off, we were actually over at Frost Bluff, but we have returned to the land of Rohan. Speaking here with Gleowine and Horn, we are doing Book 2, Chapter 1. Too great a need, too great a need, where Horn has decided that even though we have been banished from the Eastfold, that it is too great of a need. The threat is too big to the land of Rohan. We must risk our lives and forfeit our. If our lives be forfeit, so be it. We must try and make Theoden king understand the risk to the kingdom. So let's see what Gleowine has to say.
Now, what do we do?
The threat of Saruman is greater even than we supposed.
Alright. So at this point, we need to go and talk to Hunbald. So let us speak to him and tell him, hey, you know, we've really got to talk to the king.
Nothing has changed. I have not received word from Edoras that you may pass.
Hunbald's scowl deepens when you declare your intention to pass anyway. Still, you defy my charge and that of my king. This cannot be. I can allow you across the Entwash. It is a command of Theoden king, and I will not betray my duty. The two of you have seen battle, I am certain of it. But this white-haired fellow has seen none that I can tell. Would you have me raise my sword against an old man?
Wait. There is something familiar about that man. Is it Gleowine?
Gleowine, is that you? The minstrel of Theoden? On what account do you accompany these folk? Gleowine sheepishly steps forward, and you realize that Hunbald was never told of the minstrel's exile. It is you, Theobald continues. Is it true what this child says? Gleowine responds quickly, and Hunbald muses in silence. After a time, he continues. If you will speak for these others, I will allow the three of you to pass, Gleowine. I am merely a simple man from the Eastfold, but you are held in confidence of the king, and must know his mind more thoroughly than ever I could hope to do so. For the good of my king, and for the Riddermark, I will allow you to pass. Do not make me regret this choice. I would cast my blade aside before I raise it against such as you. I am glad you are definitely a minstrel, Gleowine. You know how to lie with the best of them. Alright, ride to the barrows outside the entrance to Edoras. We shall indeed. And we will go in style. We're going to ride it on the... let's take the warhorse. Why not? While we are in the land of the... Rohirrim, let us ride like the Rohirrim. Let's get on the other side here and see if the barrows pop up. Come across here. Plus, we've put enough points now into... Good. We put enough points into agility or whatever now. We should be able to stop on a dime. Alright, straight ahead. Then we ride to the south across the ford. And then we ride to the west again. Okay. And in doing so, we are going to be able to come up on... We are going to come up on the row of the barrows that we see. And we got that stable master? We do. What stable is this? This is... Where are we? Oh, I guess the Entwade is all, huh? Alright. But yeah, we will be able to see the... Right through the barrows. Oh, it's not hard to find. There it is up on the hill. We'll be able to ride through the barrows that y'all see in the introduction here every time. The little introductory title screen every time. That is the same row of barrows that we come riding up to the gates of Edoras. Or Methelsed? Is that the name of it? Methelsed, the golden hall on the hill there? keep wanting to call it Methuselah, but it's not Methuselah, it's Methelsaid, isn't it? Or something very close to that. Alright, a lot of, looks like orc and half-orc riders in these parts. I remember riding this back in the day with Glenorin, when Minas Tirith had first came out. And Glenorin rode this exact same road, dodging all these riders along here, trying to get to Edoras and grab the stable there. It was a very interesting ride. I kind of sort of remembered, I think we did the same thing in reverse, going the other direction perhaps. Can't remember if we've actually been here or not. We've actually been here in anything other than, you know, I know that with Horn, he had that thing where he said, you know, we must go and talk to Theoden. But that's been so long ago, I think we were instantly teleported here. I do not believe that we actually rode here, you know? So do we just continue on around? Where are the barrows? Not sure which one the entrance is. Thinking it might have been over there, but I'm not sure of it. Let's continue along. We're passing horse banners anywhere. Now entering Edoras. How sweet. Now entering the Kingstead. I think we are definitely, as long as we got the green banners flapping over our heads, as long as the horse of Errol, the white horse, is flapping over my head, I think we are safe from any further bother by all the half-orc riders and all in these parts. Let's just ride on up here. Yep, we should be coming right up here, and then we'll make a left turn, and we'll be heading on into the row of burrows. Here they are. Slowly through here, as before the gates of Edoras, burial mounds of kings stand beside the road. Indeed they do. Here are all the mounds where they have buried the different kings of Rohan. Much similar fashion to the row of crypts and all that you pass through on your way to Numenos, if you remember up there in Lake Evendale. Much the same, the way you pass through all the gates of the kings before you get to the gates of the city of the Dunedain itself, the capital itself. Reminds me of a quote, I think by Gandalf, and I think I quoted it when we were in the Numenos all that time ago. Gandalf talked about how they became obsessed with stately marble houses for their dead rather than taking care of the living. And it is a perfect example of the difference between the movies and the book. In the movies, the line was actually told by Gandalf to Pippin. Pippin, when they were standing up on the highest tier of the city and looking across to the Mordor and the flashes of Mount Doom over the mountains of ash. He talked about it. In the books, it's actually Faramir that says it's when they're in the secret den behind the waterfall, and he's talking to Frodo and Sam. And the quote is, "Kings made tombs more splendid than the houses of the living, and counted old names in the rolls of their descent dearer than the names of their sons." So a significant difference there. All right, hello, Horn.
We have returned to Edoras, and death is upon my mind.
We have returned to Edoras, Gnarlo, and death is upon my mind. Will Theoden King heed the warning we bring, or will he answer our words of caution with admonishment and a more final decree than exile? Horn looks to the mounds to the left and right side of the road. How long has it been since Meduseld was raised, and how many kings of Rohan sleep here in death? 10 and 6 mounds for 10 and 6 kings. Will the Evermind blossoms cover another mound before this war is through, or will no good men remain to build it? Let us continue into the city. Our errand is urgent, and we have little time for my dark musings. Make your way into Edoras and meet up with Gleowine.
We should make our way into the city.
Keep watch for anything unusual. Indeed I shall. Yep, the Barrows of the Kings. Oh. So if we go to that one, does it say something different? That looks like it says Haimunta or something as the bottom word. I've forgotten my runes. They do. That's like Brum. I forgot my runes. That's BRAXF. Branks. So everyone's got a different king's name on it. Nice. Very nice. Well done there. I'm glad y'all put that effort into it. Very happy y'all put the effort into it there to distinguish them all. All right, let's continue on up. Such a gorgeous gate now that we are actually seeing it in all its full glory. Look at the white carved horses on top of it. Such a beautiful, beautiful place. But once again, kind of like Minas Tirith, how come it doesn't have a moat around it? You have discovered Edoras. All right, let's see. Does that give us a deed? No? Do we have a deed here? Oh, I did mean to say this. The interludes part 1 and part 2, I did not realize when I was getting the Hobbit gift earlier that it gives us a Woodland Ranger's outfit and a Dunedain Workman's outfit. So we got 2 gift boxes, one for each, finishing each part of the interludes there. And that's another thing that makes me wonder if there is a 3rd part, perhaps. Let's see. We are in... Do we go Edoras, Eastern Rohan, Wildemore, Western Rohan? Nope, we're in Western. Let's see. Kingstead Exploration. Yeah, we discovered the Entwash back there. Now we've discovered Edoras. Oh, but it doesn't give us... they don't give us any kind of words about it. Rohan has many great cities and settlements. Well, that's kind of a jip, folks, that y'all couldn't be bothered to actually put text to them all. Hello, Rohirrim Defenders. How are y'all doing today, guys? Lovely city you have here. Just passing through. Gleowine stops ahead and stares at a magnificent white horse. Yep, here we go. Shadowfax. I was hoping we might see something spectacular up there in Theoden's Hall when we arrive. And it looks like we just might. We are definitely going to go lay eyes on it.
Unless I am very much mistaken, that horse is Shadowfax, Lord of the Maris.
The king gifted him to Gandalf the Wizard some months ago, rather against his wishes, truth be known. It seems the horse has found its way back home, riderless. The king will be pleased if he does not already know mighty Shadowfax has returned. That will brighten his countenance for sure. He may be more willing to forgive our defiance of his commands as well. Let us continue onward to the Golden Hall, Gnarlo. I am ready. Climb the streets of Edoras to reach the entrance to the Meadowcell. All right. Eating a basket of apples, are you, mighty Shadowfax? And children are pleased to see you as well. You are a magnificent animal. Good. Googly moogly. That is a well done model. That is a gorgeous horse. It really is. Wow. Nicely done. Nicely done. I'll have to say Turbine because they were the ones who were actually responsible for that. Although, if you want to know for sure, I'm as they say, I believe that a large part of let's grab the stable over here.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
So are we, my friend. So are we. So the only one we got open right now is the Entwade. Now, I have to say that I believe that most of the staff of Standing Stone do consist of Turbine employees, if I remember correctly. They are people who had... I believe that was said whenever it came out, that they are people who... continued on with that, worked on the game under the company name of Turbine when Turbine owned it and ran it. Boy, there are so many dissenters and people protesting in the streets and all here, aren't there? This is a very depressed and upset looking place. Even more so than some of the other places, aren't they? We have seen some really depressed, downtrodden communities, but you would not expect to see that here in the capital. You wouldn't expect to see it to this degree. Of course, they're still selling outfits. The mannequins are still out because the commerce must still flow, of course. Okay. This is a long and winding stair, a long path up to the top. I like it. They did do a wonderful job. It's why when these quest packs, well, back then they were called expansions, I guess, which they still are because of Minas Morgul. Remember, it came out, and it was an actual expansion and stuff. You know, whenever they came out, and people just griped and moaned and complained about, you know, oh my God, we're having to pay for a thing. It's like, get over it. It's like, at least back in that day, it was like a couple of pizzas. Get over it, for God's sake. But the kind of work they put into this, I mean, this is gorgeous. Love it for what it is. And for what it is a long damn jump. So we're not going to go over this side. Let's circle around. I was thinking perhaps that this would lead us up there, but no, it's just like a rally point or something, maybe. Going around. What is this big thing? I love it. Look at this. Looks like a plaza that maybe they do speeches from or something. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Look at this fountain. Nicely done. Great work, guys. Great work. Beautiful stuff. Indeed, in its own way, this definitely has as much of a rich tradition and rich architecture as Gondor has. Truly has. There's nothing that the Stone Lords have over the Horse Lords, that's for sure, when it comes to sheer craftsmanship and artistry of their architecture here. And I love seeing the White Mountains climbing into the sky behind us. The White Mountains that form the border between Rohan to the north and Gondor to the south. The southern lands of Gondor down there. The Bay of Bephalus and Ithilien. Ithilien, is that the name of it? Dol Amroth? I think Ithilien is off to the east next to Mordor, actually, but the lands down there. I know Dol Amroth is the largest, kind of the city of that southern area beyond there, where Prince Amroth? I can't remember. It's been a long time. I really, really need to read the books again. It has been too long. Way too long. All right, we have reached Meduseld. Harma, are you here? And, oh, that reminds me. Outside the Golden Hall of Meduseld, the door ward of Theoden bars your way. Yes, Harma is here. And there should be some weapons lying nearby, too. Are there? Like an axe, a bow, and a sword? Yes, indeed. But notice he did not take someone's staff. He did not take the old man's staff that he has to lean on. Ha ha ha! Oh, I like this. I've got just a thrill of joy here. I've got such a smile on my face. I hope y'all can hear it. Hama.
What brings you hither against the word of Theoden?
This is not the first time you've become before the Golden Hall of Meduseld. It is in my mind that you were sent from here in disgrace by command of the king. What brings you hither against the word of Theoden? How many unwanted visitors will bring ill news here today? Hama noticed your puzzled expression and continues. You are not the only unwelcome guest to come to Meduseld this day. Some are within the Golden Hall this very hour.
You are not the first to come here today.
Chapter 3, Theoden, son of Thengel. You are not the first to come here today, testing the word of my heart against the command of my king. Do I compound an earlier error by allowing you into the hall, or do I make all right with a single throw? Hama signs heavily. Never have I so rued this post. The will of Theoden is clear, but I do not believe you come here with evil intent. You speak of dangers to the north and all around, but returning here brings the greatest danger upon yourselves. Is that not the truest sign of your good hearts? The king must be told what you have seen. Speak to me when you are ready to continue into the hall, and I shall take your weapons as it is the custom. Then you shall proceed before the king, and we will see if I have misjudged you. I hope for your sake and for mine that I have not. Talk to Hama and he will bring you before the king. Indeed he shall. I am ready for this. Chapter 3. Theoden, son of Thingol. All right, let us go inside.
If you are willing, I will take your weapons and bring you before the king.
Know this. Once you step beneath the roof of Meduseld, all chances to repent of your defiance are gone. Let us travel now.
We have returned to Meduseld against the king's orders, but we do not seem to be the only ones coming to the Golden Hall to speak words of warning.
Indeed, we do not. Look up there. I see some familiar names. Instance, Theoden, King of Thingol. We are not alone in the Hall of Theoden, Gnarlo. Let us approach and see who has the ear of the king, but we will interfere only if it be in the interest of Rohan to do so. Witness the confrontation of Gandalf and Theoden, and allow harm to come to none.
Theoden, son of Thingol. I have returned, and I bring warning and wise counsel. A storm is brewing. All good people must stand together or be destroyed.
I greet you, Gandalf, but why should I welcome you? You bring troubles wherever you go. You say a storm brews. I say you are its herald, a bringer of woe and ill tidings.
You speak wisdom, my lord. All around us the news is grim. It is not 1 week since your son and heir Theodred was slain on the western marches. You cannot trust in Éomer. He would empty your city and leave your treasures unguarded. And now Gondor tells us that the Dark Lord stirs once more in the east. It is curious, is it not, that these are the days in which this ragged wanderer returns to us.
A worker of evil may come in fell times, Grima, son of Galmod. But there are also those who come when they are most needed, when days are darkest.
I did not mourn when Shadowfax came back riderless, Gandalf. The return of the horse was made all the greater by lack of the rider.
So it was, my lord. See his rags? Have you ever seen such a beggarly figure?
The courtesy of your hall is not as it was, Theoden, son of Thingol. Has your door ward, Hama, not reported the names of my companions?
I see only churls and vagabonds, and you the worst of them all. Be gone with you, and leave my lord to those who do not wish him ill.
You know not of what you speak, Grima Wormtongue.
Wow. Hello? I'm clicking on... Oh, we gotta turn it back on, don't we? Woo! Ah, Gnarlo, I am glad you made it here from Wildemore so quickly, but I will need to hear your report of that land at another time. All of us have work to do, for the king is not yet free of danger. Keep an eye on Grima if you would. He is slippery, and I fear he may intend further harm to the king. Whether he can work greater harm than he has already performed is a question for which I have no answer. Stay on your guard. Witness the confrontation of Gandalf and Theoden, and allow no harm to come to none.
Theoden, I offer you my counsel, if you would have it. I have ever been a friend to the House of Eorl, and would not see it come to its ending.
Nor would I, Gandalf. But it is so dark. So dark.
No, my friend. Not all is dark. Behold! Beyond your darkened windows, there is light. The skies shine above, as they always have. Will you heed me?
Now I see the shadows for what they are, Gandalf. They are fleeting, like a grim memory. How came this to be?
So, that is done. I think that went rather well, considering what is at stake. We have so little time to waste, and much depends on haste. We cannot spend these precious moments squabbling amongst ourselves when the real foes lie without. Save one, Grima, son of Galmad, called the Worm-Tongue. He is an enemy of Theoden and of Rohan, and he remains within. His fate will rest with the king, as it should. Talk to Gandalf, yes indeed. Oh, that was nice. I was hoping we'd see this today. Rohan and Theoden are not free of danger yet. Still, we have work to do. So nice indeed. All right, talk to Gandalf. Let's go on up and speak to him. And I want to say, Eowyn, you are quite a lovely thing. I understand why Faramir and even Grima and everyone else were in love with you. Or in lust with you, or whatever the heck it was that Grima had. Gandalf! You're looking good. Your eyebrows are bushier than ever.
It seems your road entwines with ours for a pace or two more.
Ah, I would not celebrate so quickly were I you. War has already come to Rohan, and its drumbeat deepens with every passing hour. We are beset on all sides by evils both known and unknowable, and to be near Gandalf is to be near danger. Grima would say I brought the danger hither, I do not doubt. But I say Gandalf goes where he is needed, and for this day and every day, that is to where the danger is deepest. Indeed. Let's see, which one are we going to take? Gandalf's gift, which is an earpiece. 196 will, 225 vitality, 98 fate. Gandalf's favor. Ooh, that one's nice. Agility, vitality, maximum morale, item level 136. Or Gandalf's grant. Might, vitality, I think agility, vitality, morale, and finesse. That's what we'll take. Gandalf's favor.
Much has transpired since last we met, but my companions can give their account.
Book 11, Chapter 4, Tidings Glad and Sorrowful. Much has transpired since last we met. I tell you what, we're at the end of the episode. We'll read this one whenever we'll read that so we won't have to reread it at the beginning, alrighty? There you go. I'm gonna stand over here by my man and share some pipe weed with him. I know he will enjoy it. Here you go, Gandalf. You deserve it today, man. Have a smoke. All right, folks, there you go. Thank you very much for coming along. I was hoping we'd see this today, and indeed we did. So we will catch y'all next time. Thanks for coming along. Enjoy your Yule Fest. Have a good holiday. I should be able to get another episode up. Well, not of this one, but I'm off the next couple of days, so hopefully I'll get up another episode on like Sunday and Monday. We'll see what's happening with Nomadan and Narwane again. And then after the holidays. I worked through all the holidays, but after that we will be back here and we will talk to Aragorn and Gimli and Legolas and see what's been happening with the bros. We'll see you then. Thanks for coming along, and bye-bye.